Updated the 14th of April 2018, 7:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time. It has been so dry in recent months in western New South Wales that large stretches of the Darling River have completely dried up. The locals, mostly pastoralists downstream from Tilpa, in this thinly populated remote region, seized upon the opportunity for a game of cricket in the sandy riverbed. The aim of the game was more than mere novelty. It was a chance to take their minds off the worsening drought which has left the landscape parched and withered, just so everybody can relax, just try and forget how dry, how monotonous the feeding has been, said organizer Belinda Bennett, whose daily chores include dishing out emergency rations of hay to the family's remaining stock. Everybody's a bit flat. So, it's been a great idea, just getting a few people together and have a fun day. But this social game of cricket on a most unlikely surface was also part of a political pitch. Residents of the Lower Darling, between Burke and Wilcannia, feel aggrieved over river management. They feel they have been excluded from reforms promised by the Murray-Darling Basin Management Plan. In short, they say they are being starved of water by too much extraction further upstream. The river is the lifeblood of all communities and the mental health of our people in our communities is paramount, Justin McClure of Callara Station said. Mr. McClure, the fifth generation of his family to live here, has devoted 2 decades to trying to achieve a better environmental balance to the many competing demands for water from Australia's most famous outback river. He is critical of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan and its reforms, which have so far taken a decade and cost an estimated $13 billion. Unfortunately, we've got a dog's breakfast. We've got a basin plan which is not protected by the Constitution. And we have states with their own agenda, Mr. McClure said. It makes for a very difficult situation. When the states can work with the federal government and the MDBA, Murray-Darling Basin Authority, enforces their will upon the states, we may see a solution. Recently, the residents of the Lower Darling have been drawing their stock and domestic water from rapidly shrinking deep pools along the river. The water is green and odorous from algae and decaying matter. Some have been prepared to drive for 5 hours to a nearby town to enjoy a shower of fresh water. The water at the minute, you heat it up and it stinks, Bill Ashby of nearby Trevelyan Station said. For shower water and things like that. It's pretty putrid really. Game aims to shine light on river's plight. The cricket match adhered to few standard rules. Any shot hit over the high river banks was automatically ruled 6 and out. Holding a refreshing drink at all times was encouraged but not compulsory. At most times there were almost as many dogs on the field as players. And no one bothered to keep score. But those involved were happy for their plight to be publicized. Images of the cricket game on the dry riverbed have been widely shared on social media. I think the aim of the day was to highlight the river in its state, so the photos get out to people and it gives a really good perspective of how the river looks now, Chrissy Ashby said. A selfie of Ms. Ashby and her husband Bill was recently paraded by Greens politician Jeremy Buckingham in New South Wales's Parliament to show the plight of the river. She believes the cricket match can help their campaign to guarantee more water for environmental flows in the Darling during the hot summer months. It was an awesome day and you could see that, in the people. There were smiles and people having chats and conversations and just that socialization which we are so isolated from out here, Ms. Ashby said, and it's such a vital part to well-being and keeping a positive outlook. One of the great rivers of Australia and we were playing cricket in the bottom, Bill Ashby said. There is some good news, however, for residents. In the next few days the cricket pitch near Trevelyan Station is likely to be submerged by a shallow flow. Some of the water delivered by the heavy rains in far western Queensland weeks ago will at last arrive from thousands of kilometers away, bringing some temporary relief. As Chrissy Ashby helped Bill move a pump and drag pipes to a deeper hole in the Darling, she imagined how she might react to the water's arrival. It would be nice to have a few people on the other side that were there at the game. And us on this side, Ms. McClure said, we'll be waving to each other and going, well no cricket there now. Hopefully, not for a fair while. Tim Lee's story political pitch screens Sunday at 12:30 p.m. on Landline.